Hey everybody, welcome back to The Way of Ramen. Today we have the follow-up video to the miso tare video that came out last week. We're gonna take that miso tare and we're gonna use it to make a bowl of Sapporo style miso ramen. Now while ramen as a whole is a pretty creative genre of food, I really think miso ramen from Hokkaido is the most unique style of ramen just because of how the bowl is put together. The methods and the order is so different than any other type of Japanese ramen. I really had a lot of fun making this bowl of ramen and I learned a ton, so I really hope you guys can give this one a shot. It came out really good. Alright, with that being said, let's get right into it. So this is the miso tare that we put together last week. I had it resting in my fridge for about a week, but it doesn't need to rest that long. A day should be good enough for most people. One of the most important components of miso ramen that is often overlooked is lard. It's used to stir fry the vegetables and the aromatics that go into the bowl of ramen. And when everything is combined together, the lard, infused with all the goodness of the garlic, the ginger, the ground pork, and the vegetables, act as the aroma oil in the bowl and forms basically a cap of scalding hot lard at the top of the soup. If you can easily get lard where you're at, just use that. But I can't get lard easily here, so I'm making my own using pork fat I bought at the supermarket. I partially froze the pork fat and then I cut them into small cubes and then I put them all into a pot with some water. The water is just there to prevent the lard from sticking to the pot and to help the fat render out a little bit more quickly. This is very similar to the process we used to make the chicken oil for the tonkotsu shoyu ramen video. We're just gonna cook this at a pretty low heat until all the fat is rendered out and the water has all evaporated away. Once your pork fat is reduced to cracklings and you have a good amount of lard, you can take it off the stove and strain it into a glass container. And that is your lard. You can keep this in your fridge and you can make a lot of different things with it, so keep it on hand. Once chilled, it'll firm up and turn white like this. We're gonna cut up some vegetables that we're gonna stir fry for the toppings. I got some carrots here that I'm gonna just julienne. We also need some onion, and I washed it off camera, but I also washed some mung bean sprouts. We're gonna use that as well. We also need some minced garlic and ginger. This is the soup that I made in the Tonkotsu Gyokai Tsukemen video. I had about one serving left that I had frozen, so I'm gonna use that for this bowl. This soup matched with the miso tare unbelievably well, so if you really want to give this ramen a shot, I suggest checking out that video and make this soup. I have it linked up in the top right here and also in the description, so please check that out. I'm pretty sure you guys know how to reheat frozen soup, and that's basically all I'm doing here. Alright, here's where the Sapporo style comes in. We're gonna stir fry. Get about 35 grams of your lard into a wok and heat that up. Once the lard's heated up, add 10 grams each of minced garlic and ginger and stir fry that until it's fragrant. When you can smell the ginger and garlic, add 1 teaspoon of Toubanjan. Give that a quick stir and then add in 60 grams of ground pork. You're gonna continue to stir fry this until the pork has cooked all the way through. And when the pork is cooked through, toss in some carrots and some onion. Give that a quick stir and then toss in your bean sprouts. Once the vegetables have slightly softened, add 450 milliliters of the Tonkotsu Gyokai soup. Stir everything together and deglaze the wok. Once the soup is heated up, add your miso tare. The recipe I used said to use about 100 grams of tare, but the tare I made came out very strong, so I just eyeballed 2 heaping tablespoons. Depending on the miso that you use, you're gonna need to taste and adjust. Dissolve the tare in and give it a quick taste, and add more tare if you need. Add in a half a teaspoon of Ichimitogarashi ground pepper, and if you're feeling bold, a pinch of MSG. Stir everything together and your soup is now done. Get some noodles into a pot of boiling water and cook them to your liking. And be sure to strain them very well. You don't want to dilute your soup. Alright, now it's time to put the bowl together. Add the noodles first into the bowl, and then pour the soup over the noodles. The stir-fried pork and vegetables will end up on the top, kind of acting like the topping. Of course, it's okay to add any other toppings you want, but this is really already pretty good, so I'm just gonna go with this. Against Ramen Lord's recommendations, I also added a small pat of butter and some ground black pepper. And that, my friends, is a bowl of pretty authentic Sapporo-style miso ramen. This was actually the first time I actually tried doing a bowl of miso ramen, and I think I got a big case of beginner's luck. This bowl tasted amazing. I was kind of worried that my miso tare came out a little bit dark compared to the pictures in the book, but it didn't seem to affect the final product. I just had to use less tare. If you like this video and you want to see more authentic ramen recipes translated from Japanese to English, please like and subscribe. I'm still learning how to make ramen. I'm not a professional chef or anything. I'm just a normal guy, but I do think it's really fun to learn, and it's fun to learn with you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate the love and support, and I'll see you all in the next video.